There we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Happy like birthday to Pickles.
Yep. Happy birthday, Charlie.
He's like 58 now.
Yep.
Yeah, happy late anniversary, though. Yesterday was, what, 22 years?
22, yeah. Cast Iron Honey Badger, what's going on, buddy? Chicken broth. Man, that Alfredo lasagna did look killer, man. So, we had a little technical difficulty. That's why we was a little late. My coffee pot decided...
That was not a technical difficulty. That was a malfunction father error.
I think I'm
That
going
had a ring to it, actually.
I think we're gonna have to get a different pot out here. But okay, Cubbo, let's there we go. Let's get you in frame there. Back you up a little bit so
Hey,
if I
look. I'm gonna do this before I start the fire. I did my nails.
So we were at
You're not gonna say, "Oh, good job, kid."
ooh, sparkly.
Nice, great job. I bet that took a while. No,
Yeah.
just so. Anyways,
We were at Spirit Halloween and they had the fake ones that are like Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And,
those used to be the favorites on display.
yeah.
Okay, let's try not to burn everything down. Actually, watch out. Watch out if I light this on fire.
What?
You were complaining about getting blasted last week. Now,
Well, last week you burnt the hair off my arms.
yep. So stick your hands over why she's lighting it. Juliana, how are you doing? Let's see. My kiddo knocked that out. Oh, man, I'll tell you what, that looked really good. All right, Cub. So what do you? Let's talk about what you're doing.
This ain't my idea. This was your idea.
Okay, so
So come here, 6 foot.
well, you won't be able to see me.
What?
No,
Because you gotta straighten out to my level.
Uncle Andy, what's going on, buddy?
What are you making for us?
So you got power back this morning, right? And internet,
Yeah, I
obviously.
came up with this great idea of Skyline chili omelets. And it sounds like it could be absolutely abominably stupidly disgusting. What could be pretty good?
Yes. So Tom's not in yet, but Skyline Chili, Cincinnati. Today's the Bengals Panthers game.
We will be there.
We're going to the game. Rusty's niece and sister-in-law blessed us with giving up their tickets so we could go.
Well, my niece said, Uncle Rusty, you can have mine if you give me $40 so that she can go shopping with Mama whenever they're staying home and we're going to the game.
Sidwin 1000, how you doing? Yeah, so we're going to the game. So I thought we'd do a little Who Day breakfast. Kind of hit me last night and I was like, I've got everything to do the enchiladas that we were talking about doing last week, but I didn't want to fool with the grill and stuff this morning. So we're going to do it in an omelet. Rusty's not looking happy.
I like omelets. I like chili.
It's going to be like a chili dog omelet. It could be a complete disaster.
I did an SB. Struck a bit.
Heck yeah. Could be a complete disaster, but, I don't know. You had rain in 3 months, and it comes in, we were just talking about all this storm damage. Pay finally got her dorm. One of the dorms actually got internet, or cell service, so that she was hanging out over there because she was complaining that she was completely bored, having no cell service and no internet. All of a sudden now, their cell phone, there's no social media, there's no streaming, there's no TV, period. because they don't have rabbit ears,
Right.
or they never thought to take a wire coat hanger and stick it in the back. But so they had nothing but each other.
But
deck
that's
of cards
also the
and a book.
generation we grew up in, Dad.
Huh?
I said that's also the generation we grew up in.
Yeah. So,
Because we're not going to go play outside. I mean, sometimes we will.
well, I mean,
If it's hurricane outside, because Mom would yell at us.
oh, Mom was having a fit. Because I was like, hopefully they get, when the storm stops raining, they can go outside and kind of look around and enjoy it a little bit. But they did have one kid who evidently went swimming, got into the river, because the river runs right behind her apartment, and they haven't found him.
Oh.
Don't know whatever happened, but
hopefully he got out.
yeah, hopefully he's okay, but don't know. She did say there was one like that. Scotty, what's going on, buddy? I see Scotty put up his Weber Genesis for sale. So the old Monument Grill just overtook a Weber Genesis in Scotty's arsenal. The rest is looking at me like, what? The gas grill that he got from Monument, the red one, he put up the Weber Genesis and he just fixed. He put it up for sale. That's pretty big, I think. That's a big credit to the Monument Grills. Grass is brown now. It's bright green. 5 days straight of rain after the huge drop. Yeah, it'll do it, man. I cut my grass the day before all the storm come in.
That's what we did.
And then I had some trees blow down. So Cub and I went out right after the rain stopped and we got power back. So I could run the drop cord out there with the Sawzall and cut everything up and get it piled up. So need to look for a chainsaw. Looking for one on Amazon. I think I found one that was fairly inexpensive. About $130. Reviews on YouTube seem pretty positive, so I don't know. We got some more thinking to do about it.
What you got there? Is that pancake mix?
Yeah. It's
Good old days
really
where we would go
Oh,
outside,
pancakes too.
interact with people. You're right, man. That was we my wife kind of told, hey, well, this is how we grew up. And she goes, yeah, that sucks. This sucked on board. Darwinism. Let's see, says 5 Weber gas grills, got to thin them out. You got a green lawn again, but I lost it. The patio, lost the patio umbrella. Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I didn't lose anything out of the backyard. I mean, there's not much back there now, but the dog swimming pool back there, and it just blew over and filled up with water.
What about Tanya's little blow-up pool that y'all had back there?
It's still on the side of the house. It had, because it had flipped over and the bottom was up, and she still had air in it, it filled up with water upside down. Yeah. So I got to deflate it and then dump it out and all that. So, but we lost some trees and some stuff, and Cub actually come out and helped me, and we tore a bunch of it up, and I got a huge pile to cut up in the backyard now.
In my house, we lost the one of the walls off my well pump house in the front yard, and then my flagpole was completely bent over, touching the ground. So it's ruined. I got to replace my flagpole. My American flag. I mean, I don't know why I didn't think about taking my flags down on Wednesday, because I knew this was coming in, but I was just so worried, I guess, about taking everything else in the yard and battening it up. Like that heater that I just fixed for Teresa, I went ahead and turned it on its side and laid it down. I figured if it's already laying down, it can't get knocked down.
Yeah.
And so I laid it down, and all the stuff that I had on my back deck and all, put ratchet straps around my Rubbermaid caddy that has all my barbecue spices and charcoal in it, put ratchet straps around it. So the only thing that I lost was my flagpole and the wall to the well pump house, which I got to rebuild the whole well pump house now. But it's been there for 26 years. I needed to rebuild it anyway.
Yeah, it was we didn't get it near as bad as a lot of other places. Like Hayes up there, she's about I don't know, 30, 40 minutes outside of Asheville. So y'all saw Asheville, all the clips and whatever. That's what she had. She's actually flooded in. All the roads are flooded because the river runs right through there. So she's actually flooded in, but they're able to get around campus. And so she had no idea, because there was no cell service, no internet. She had no idea how bad the area was around her. So they were like, "Oh, we're going to get in the car and go here." And they're like, my wife said, "No, you're not." They get to Walmart, and that's where they had cell service. But and it was real spotty there. So, you know, when the wife told her, "Hey, no, don't, because it's this bad," she's like, "We don't know that. You know, they just know that the river's 30 inches higher than what it was and flowing really fast." And I was like, you know, I was kind of joking with the wife. I was like, maybe they'll get the kayaks out and go kayaking or something. You know, kind of have a little fun with it. But of course, then Mama went full Mama. "What's up, Tim? How are you doing, buddy?"
But I mean, in this area, I mean, I've lived through a lot of hurricanes. I mean, I've been down, South Carolina since I was like 1 year old. And out of all the hurricanes that I've lived through, this one was comparable, right up there with Hurricane Hugo as far as the damage goes. And I was really, really surprised at how bad the damage was.
Well, yeah, a lot of the damage, I don't know if it's
The pump house is fully under.
yeah, I think most of it's
not fully.
But like half.
So I mean, our river is up. I mean, I don't even know how high I would say it's up, but it's probably about 10 foot high.
Easily 12. I was going to say 12, 15 foot high.
Yeah, I mean our local river, where the dam's at. I'll have to go up there and show kind of where it's at, what it looks like, and where the pictures were yesterday that I saw. But it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Didn't have near as much damage as we did during the microburst.
Right.
As far as like trees and local damage, a lot of it's just been flooding. Sinkholes have been happening. The wife was telling me about one sinkhole. I forget where it was at, but it's like right off one of the interstates. I forget which one. I have to ask her. But
I headed out yesterday morning and I had to go to Boiling Springs because I have a Target that had a computer that crashed. And whenever it took me forever just to get through York last night or yesterday morning, because York, the historical district, all those 100-foot tall trees and how all the the brush and tree work that they do in that area. I mean, the roads were still covered, and there were so many detours and rerouting. I finally made it almost to Blacksburg.
Where was that sinkhole at?
I mean, I just called my boss and said, "Hey, look, this damage is still too bad. I cannot get through here." And so he told me, he said, "Yeah, just turn around and get off the roads. I don't want y'all out there in this stuff anyway." So I didn't even make it through Blacksburg.
I was trying
I
to
had
say
to come back
something,
home.
talk about it, but I don't know where it was
I
at.
mean, it was bad.
Was it off I-40? Okay. Okay, I was just checking. All right.
We got 2 more hurricanes on their way in, but then we're going to be getting hit within the next week. It's not looking good.
Yeah. Well, the wife just said she thought it was off I-40 on the way to Asheville, so it took out the interstate. So.
Well, Asheville is completely secluded from the rest of the world now. The only way to get into Asheville is airdrops. They're dropping in helicopters and small planes to get in and out of Asheville.
Yep.
Completely cut off from the rest of the world.
Because the Walmart there in Colowee was almost bare shelves. And the wife's like, oh man, Walmart's about out of stuff. And I was like, hold on a minute. You go to Walmart on a normal day, and there's a lot of bare shelves. Because they don't have enough people stocking. And then you get people that are calling out because of the storm. So there's nobody to work to stock the shelves. And then, there's no way to pay.
Exactly.
And to keep receipts unless you do it by hand. So, yeah. It's called radio. It's free. Tons of channels, AMF. You're right. And in our era, that's what we know. In this digital era, they don't play with the radio. They don't even have radio on. They don't even have an alarm clock because it's all on their phone. So wife and I were talking about, getting like a emergency kit, of things to throw in just in case this happens again. An AM/FM radio with some batteries would be perfect. An alarm clock radio, but that wouldn't work unless you had batteries.
You get the hand crank radio.
Yep, the what do they call it? It was like a shake weight one. It had the battery or had a flashlight radio in it.
Right, I didn't remember there was a hand crank.
So stuff like that would is kind of what we're looking at picking up. I mean, I run the radio all the time, but it's plugged in. The one upstairs I've got, it's an alarm clock radio. It has an option for battery.
Yeah, mine's got a 9-volt battery in it, so that's just in case we lose power.
Yep.
The radio stays on and the time keeps.
Yep. So that's just like Cub said. That's the generation they're in. Is everything's on their phone. They don't need all the stuff. Like we used to carry boxes of CDs. Just to do anything. Yeah. In a CD player.
Cassette tapes.
Extra batteries, 2 sets of headphones. Yeah.
10 pounds of D battery.
Yeah. Really? Transformers 1 was really good. I'll have to look into that one. Had those radio things in the 1900s. Yeah. Yeah, we had those in the 1900s. I'm almost guessing Charlie remembers the very first AM/FM radio that came out.
A transistor.
Reminds me of when Wikipedia was offline for a few days. The students freaked out. No clue what to do. Yeah, and that was the other thing is the college, Colowee, Western Carolina, they closed down because kids can't get to school. Because like where Pay's at, you have to cross the river at least once, maybe twice to get to the university. And she's a mile away. So they closed down. There's no internet. So there's no online stuff. There's no cell service. So the actual president of the university was at Walmart passing out like papers and stuff, flyers saying there's no classes for the next week and stuff like that, where to get emergency stuff. And so, yeah, kind of a big deal. I might have to make sure I get her a life jacket and a
inflatable canoe.
Yeah, get her like a life jacket, a little AM/FM radio, some batteries, 2 ham radios and a CB radio, all on emergency channels. Okay. I remember those. My father-in-law was real big into the ham radio stuff.
My mom and dad were really big into CB. We had a base station in our den at the house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Never did the ham radio, but we had CB base station, and I can remember, thinking it was so neat. Whenever you're, young, 4 or 5 years old, and you got the mic in your hand and you're talking to people through this, I mean, it's like magic whenever you're that little.
Yeah. I remember my father-in-law, he bought this minivan, and it was like an old Dodge Caravan, and it didn't have a center console. So he wanted a center console, and he wanted me to make it, so I built it out of like 3/4 inch plywood. That's what I had. And he wanted it big enough to where he could slide his ham radios in. He had all the wires ran, so I just had to feed them through the holes, and he could just plug it up, and drop it in. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting the next couple weeks. See what happens. I'm surprised Columbia hasn't flooded out with all the water running south.
Hers have. Quay got flooded in. Like she can't leave the house.
Because the last it wasn't even, it was another storm that come through, and water rose up in Charlotte and everywhere, and it was bad, but it wasn't this bad.
Right.
And a week later, Columbia was in a natural disaster, like and had supplies shipped in because they were flooded out everywhere. So yeah.
And like whenever Tamara was in school in college, she was at Charleston, and any storm coming off the coast of South Carolina, Charleston floods.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how many times we drove down there, picked her up, and brought her home. But this one, whenever the tornado came in and hooked up to the left, it missed Charleston. So Charleston, they got a little bit of rain and stuff, but they didn't get any flood levels or anything like that. But this one that's coming in next week is coming in right through Charleston.
Yeah.
So they might have missed it this week, but they're going to get it next week.
What was pretty crazy is, I was talking to Keto Mike, who's on the east side of Atlanta, and we're obviously just south of Charlotte, and
3 hours away.
And this storm went directly between us.
That's where it made the turn.
Yep, it went directly between us. So that's crazy.
Yeah, Mike said that one of his friends in Florida had over 3 foot of water in his house, and his furniture and stuff was floating inside the house. I'm like, man, that's all.
Yeah, I remember when Ian hit. It was bad. One of the guys I worked with, his mom used to live down there, and they went down, and he said they had to cut everything, all the drywall from about chest down, just because of the mold.
Right.
And everything from basically your chest down had to get it taken out to the curb, stripped down to the studs, just because of mold. So that was a mess. But this is cool. So I looked at a house that comes with a ham radio station in the basement. That's wow, man. That's like antique stuff.
Yeah.
Wolfman Jack in the 70s. I kind of remember that. Wolfman Jack. I think he was on like a couple of local radio stations too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a big DJ back then.
Yeah, right before Casey. Yeah, wow, that's a name out of the blue, isn't it?
I really, really liked Casey.
He was good. He was good.
He brought Shaggy to life. And Scooby-Doo.
Yep. So, anyway, we did get word that Pay was doing good. That whole area up there flooded out pretty darn good. So, keep them in your prayers. I'll have to go up to the river and see where it's at tomorrow, and maybe get a picture of it, so I can show you where the damage was, or how high the water was coming out of the lake. Because we have Lake Wiley right up that feeds the Catawba River, and where it comes out of the lake, I mean, it was I'm assuming I can still get back there, but it was crazy. So
Get back where?
over there by the dam, Lake Wiley Dam.
Well, I know that they had all the floodgate, all the gates were pretty 100% open yesterday, and they opened them up Thursday in preparation for it. And even though yesterday they were showing it, all the gates were open and full force water coming out of every single gate.
Oh yeah, it was nuts. Go surf in the river. I wouldn't want to, man. I don't know what would be floating down that way. Because like there's used to be an old water treatment plant right there on the river. And we used to go fishing right in front of it.
Yeah.
And they turned into like a high-end restaurant. And it was half of it's underwater. I'd say about half. I mean, I hadn't looked at just at the pictures.
Yeah. Well, they didn't count up a whole lot. I saw the water had just reached, because the building is on a high stilt.
Yeah.
The water had just reached the bottom of the stilt. So if it's gone above that to actually into the
Oh, I don't know. It looked like, because where I know the bottom of the building is, that it was about halfway up there. So, I mean, where the stilts are is where the,
And I saw it, and it was that high up to the stilts. But back before they turned it into the restaurant, back whenever it was still the remnants of the old water plant.
Yeah.
We used to, me and Tommy, we went in there because there was so much neat stuff that was just left in there. They get to look at the control room and get to see how they did everything. And Tommy climbed those ladders to go straight up off the side of the building to the top of it. But I'm scared of heights, so I wasn't going to do that without no safety harness and stuff on. But he's up there climbing on top of that thing, getting up there and looking around. That used to be a lot of fun.
scared of heights, but you'll get in a scissor lift without a harness and go 80 feet in the air.
Yeah, but I'm in a cage. I'm not climbing up a free climbing a ladder.
Yeah, I have a respect for gravity. It's not a fear of heights. Yeah. It's a respect for gravity. I treat gravity like grandma. I just don't test it. But yeah, Cub, you're she didn't want to do onion, but if you're doing a Skyline chili, you gotta have onion. I don't know why she's grilling it, but that's okay.
I'm sorry, do you want raw onion?
Cooked onion always tastes better than raw onion.
I'm not gonna eat it. Do you want raw cooked?
Well, finish cooking those, just the rest of it.
I was just gonna do that. I'm not gonna cook a whole half of an onion.
Okay. Charlie gets vertigo. Can't do heights. Yeah. I'll tell you, we were talking about it the one day we did. They were talking about the roller coasters and that drop zone. Because one guy did skydiving. Went out here to Chester and did skydiving. And I was like, we were talking about it. And the closest I've ever done was the drop zone at Kings Island, or Cedar Point. And if you ever want the your butt cheeks up around your ears, that'll do it. Because you sit down in this thing and you go up about, I don't know, it's like 10 or 15 stories. I don't remember how high it goes. And then you're sitting up there and you're swaying because the wind's blowing. And then all of a sudden it just drops. And I mean, yeah,
there's one of those in Carolyn.
Yeah, the first one was at Cedar Point, I think. Maybe Kings Island, I remember which. Back in the 90s. Yep, did that once. Yep, not good. Let's see. Charlie flew a stunt biplane. That was wild. Man, Charlie, this guy needs to write a book. Now he's a pilot? What? Dang, Charlie, what else you got going on your island? So, Cub, what's new? Okay.
I couldn't get it to come out from the
wall of salt. Okay.
so I just took it out.
Okay.
What's new?
Yeah.
I've been up since 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so we're done talking to you. Okay. I'm kidding.
I flew a plane one time. That's because the pilot said, "You want to take it from here?" He let me use the controls. He said, "Okay, I'll take it back now."
I had trouble flying a paper airplane.
Yeah, but one of Tamara's friends that she graduated high school with got his pilot's license, and at the little Rock Hill Airport, he flies those little Cessnas and stuff. He took us up and flies around Rock Hill, show us the lights and everything. And he said, "Here, Rusty, here, take it." Because I had two steering wheels,
Yeah.
one on each side, and he let me play with it and go in and out and turn it. He said, "Okay, I'll take it back."
All right. So we spent enough time talking about all this other stuff. Bengals are playing today. Today. I know they're not looking good this year. What I am kind of excited about, other than going to the game, is Andy Dalton.
Oh yeah.
Played with the Bengals for years, and now he's starting at Carolina. So I'm kind of excited to see Andy Dalton. So
he just lit up the field last week. Incredible numbers. Now today we'll see if that was just a fluke or if he really had something.
He's got talent. Whoa. I would put the chili on.
Science.
I was going to say, now just we'll put the chili on top.
It's a crap ton of liquid.
Yeah.
We get a spoon. Let's clean it out.
But anyway, I forget what I was saying. Imagine that.
Something about something.
Something about Andy Dalton.
Oh, I don't know.
But during one of his press interviews the other day, he was saying that he's excited about seeing his old team. He said there's a few coaches that are still there that were there when I was there. He's excited about hooking up with them and seeing them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping that they're going to turn it around, but I don't think Jamar Chase is going to stay after this year. I got a feeling he's going to be gone. Just my opinion. But
Not your brother requesting to follow me on Instagram. Sir, get that out of here.
oh,
We can be friends on Facebook, not Instagram.
oh,
Wow, what's the difference?
Because it's Facebook is where I have all my family and like basically everybody can just follow me. Instagram, absolutely not. My own sister, Peggy, is sitting in my request to follow me on Instagram.
that's her more personal stuff.
I literally have 2 posts on my Instagram.
Yeah. That's more for her personal stuff, and do not ask for her snap.
My Snap's on my Instagram and my Facebook.
Oh. I'm not
it.
even privy to that.
Does that mean that I'm gonna answer you? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. What else is out there?
I don't think I mentioned I don't know how to make omelets. I don't eat eggs.
Well, okay, do you want to trade me?
No, I'm crafting it. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, you're making it look like a pile. Here, trade me.
No, I got it.
Let me
Look at my amazing creativity.
That's what I'm afraid
I
of.
get it from you.
You work on the eggs. Or
That's a
the
pancake.
pancakes. I don't know what this is.
That's an omelet.
It's something.
I don't eat eggs.
I know,
You didn't think about it, so I said something.
and it shows.
Hey, it wasn't done cooking.
Oh, it's done.
It's done.
We'll set that one aside.
We'll call Rex in here for that one.
I'm magical.
All right, so see, this is why. So we'll have to.
All they see is your boobies.
I know.
And that's not the kind of channel we're on today, Dad. You can't have your boobies out on the YouTube.
There. Maybe. Okay, so now maybe our ratings will pick up right now. Doubtful. All right, so let's add a little more olive oil. Spread that around.
What are these supposed to be for?
Tongs.
Don't.
Oh,
How many eggs do you put in here?
6, I think. Well, let me count.
No, that's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
Okay. So, Rusty, what kind of cooks do you do this week?
This week I didn't do anything.
Nobody ate?
I had a really, really busy week of work. I ended up with 45 hours by Thursday. And Friday, because of the weather, I had to take it off, of course. But I said the most exciting cook I had was Friday morning when we had no power, and I fired up the little stove on the little propane stove on the kitchen stove, and threw my little cast iron skillet on there and made spam and eggs on the propane stove.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a decent little cook.
And I found out that I do not like the maple spam.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
I've got that one left in the cupboard.
Have you tried it yet?
No. Oh yeah. I've tried it before, and it was okay. It wasn't like
Bless you.
it wasn't like absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I just something about it, I just didn't like it. The hot and spicy one, I really enjoyed. The jalapeno one, I really enjoyed. That one's really good.
I do have one more spam video coming up probably tomorrow. Because tomorrow's the last day of spam timber? Yeah. So one more spam video for a while. But, okay.
And you said my omelet looks bad.
Well, I'm trying to.
What are you looking for?
Egg.
Oh.
Put some hot dog right in the middle there. Put a little bit of onion in there. Okay. Grab a little bit of cheese.
Pickle said no more spam.
No more spam videos?
But he said with exclamation points.
Oh, like you want more spam videos?
I don't know. That's up to people.
Well, like I said, we got some more. We got some more stuff coming up. So add a little bit of this chili.
It's National Coffee Day.
Every day is coffee day.
No, but like today's the national holiday.
That's phenomenal.
My omelet looked better. There's more creative.
Tell you what, now I don't golf. I keep these towels around so I can use them in here a lot. All right, well, let me get this plated up.
I've been watching Dexter on Netflix.
Yeah, I just sprayed that all over myself.
Not your new shirt.
It'll wash off.
I got that from yesterday.
Yeah, it just came in the mail yesterday. Ugh.
Wasn't me.
I know.
It wasn't me.
I know.
Rex.
Yeah.
So, Dad, do you remember Peyton's mannequin head she named Morticia?
Yeah.
I thought last Wednesday it'd be funny if I put the head in Peyton's swim polka and laid it on her bed and just left the light off because I thought Jordan was coming over. So like that would scare him, right? I was thinking it was gonna be so funny. No, I scared myself last night with it.
Well, don't know, kiddo.
And then I put it away and I remade her the two beds in there and the office bed.
Yeah, Charlie, conversation went south once I moved. Going to the mountains today, though. Fish for trout. That'd be cool.
Hope it's not the North Carolina mountains.
He's in Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's some of my fondest memories with my grandfather. Is going into the mountains and fishing and doing trout with him. But it was in the mountains in Missouri.
I want to go to Boiling Springs, Colorado so bad.
Wow.
It's so pretty.
There's a whole lot of pretty places, a whole lot closer than there, too.
Yes. But I've always wanted to go to Colorado.
When I was hunting, I wanted to go to Colorado.
Scotty said he's getting a haircut watching in lobby.
Oh, nice. Nice. Well, I think that's really just. Do you want a full omelet?
That little one is fine.
Okay. Cub just wants to try it, so she doesn't want anything. So
I had rice. I'm good.
let's get this turned off, and then we'll.
I have a job interview on Tuesday.
Where?
Home instead.
Home what?
Instead.
Home instead.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of a place is that?
It is a senior living facility.
Oh, okay. So you'll be going to their homes and like taking care of them at their house?
No, they're like in one building.
But you're going home instead.
That's the name of the company.
But I have nothing.
In 50 years, I stopped myself.
I figured you meant by the name of the building, name of the company, you were going to service and help them in their home instead of a facility.
No.
They need to change their name.
What did we just talk about before we went on air?
Just like Hoof and Barrel is not a farming store.
What is it?
It's a restaurant. Right?
It's a restaurant.
I think it's like
Yeah.
a coffee shop.
Like a bar. It's a grill, like beef, steaks, burgers. Yeah. But I had to catch the guy because
Did you say you had to kiss the guy?
no, I had to catch him because earlier we were talking about college football, and there's only 2 teams in South Carolina. That's it. So
That's all I knew of.
yeah.
Carolina and Clemson. I didn't know of any of them.
So then I was like, "You've lived here for 50 years and didn't know that?" Need paper towels, Cub.
Well, I'm not put that.
Right there.
Wait. Oh, I see.
That's him.
I know I was waiting for the magic word of please.
Please.
Can you catch it if I throw it at you?
Well, probably.
You hand it to me, I can pass it.
I mean, I can do the icky shuffle.
No, you can't. Look, it's 10 seconds football, ready?
Would have been my touchdown thing. Shoot, you seen that commercial where they has Emmitt Smith and
Marino and all them.
yeah, and they're like, "We're coming back."
Let's unretire.
Yeah, it's kind of how I feel. I don't want to unretire. I like retirement. Oh. Even though it's, I don't know if it's what I thought it would be. We're doing a lot though. So, anyway, let's build our plate here. Let's move this stuff out of the way.
Yeah, we need to be keeping an eye on the weather for our Edison trip.
Yeah, that's coming up in a couple weeks, and I don't think they're calling for anything yet, but
Well, if this hurricane that's coming in off the coast of South Carolina does the damage, you never know. Stuff might still be closed down for a week.
yeah.
I told Mom this morning when I came downstairs, I said, she was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I was going to go get me a Lunchable, but I guess I'll talk to you first." But we were talking about how it doesn't matter what's going to happen. We getting paid and bringing her back home for fall break.
Yeah, we had to have that conversation. She wanted to go up and get her as soon as the storm started in. She was like, "We got to go get her." And I was like, how's she going to learn how to deal with natural disasters? We are coddling all the time. You know, oh man, there's supposed to be this. We got to go get her right away. No, let them learn. We had to learn.
Yep.
But She gives me the whole, well, you're not a mom. And I was like, no, I'm a hard-ass dad.
We should not have used a white plate.
I know. I thought about that after I got it out.
That's not even the one that I put out. So
Yeah. I thought about that after I got this out.
shame.
Yeah.
Shame. I don't want to put out.
Well, there's a Rex bite.
Good morning.
He'll enjoy that.
You're looking very good.
Oh.
Oh, there he is.
Rex, you heard his name. Okay, onion. Ounce of cheese. How does that look?
Pickle said just grab a handful for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Pick it up with one hand. Just
Yeah, it's not a burrito. Do you want yours dressed up?
Just cheese.
Just cheese.
Yeah, everything else is already inside it.
All right. Okay.
what you do.
Hit my. I was out raking the road, and I got blisters on my thumb. All right. Well, I gotta get a hit.
Both ends, get in there.
I need my phone. Couple. What are your thoughts before you get into it?
It looks good. So the only thing, if this was Cincinnati chili, there would be spaghetti noodles there instead of an egg, right?
Right.
That's the only thing that's different.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The onions give it crunch. Well, hey, what's your thoughts? You don't know what
It's really weird. The hot dog flavor, the hot dog inside the omelet, it just tastes out of place. It doesn't taste bad. It just tastes out of place. Like the hot dog should not be in here. It should be ham or bacon or sausage or something. It just tastes out of place. But I mean, again, it's not bad. Texture-wise, I like the one that Nolan made better. It's like it's just more firm. That's all.
Yeah, much better.
Just whenever your dad made the omelet, he made it like it should be. The eggs are soft and fluffy. Whenever yours is just slightly overcooked, and it gives it a little crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I like, as far as texture goes, I like yours better.
Yes.
Yep. Because with mine, you get the crunch from the onion, and then the firmness from the the burger chili is kind of gritty, but then the hot dog gives a little more firmness, but it's all kind of mushy with the chili flavor. But the onions give it the crunch. Okay. It's a good experiment. I like it. Now I'm ready to go try not to fall asleep in the bed in the middle of the game. Well, it is not.
It is. It's a good experiment.
It is not for everybody. But
this one does not deserve the touchdown dance today.
That's all I'm going to ask. Here's it. Do you like it?
It's edible, but I don't really like it.
Okay. So that means we have a flag on the play.
No, you just wasted a paper towel.
I'm going to use it to clean up. We got a flag on the play. Under review. It's all right. Cincinnati chili is not for everybody. And when you put it on top of like stuff like sketty, or I use sketty squash or something like that, on this, it's a little out there. I'm not going to lie. I will eat it. It'll probably haunt me later, but
I'm sorry, did my dad just say it's a little out there for him?
it is. It is.
Out of all the random crap you ate.
Like, it was just kind of like a thought last night before I was going to bed. I was like, ooh, let's try this.
We
So-
stood in the hallway talking about
Yeah.
it.
Did it turn out like I wanted? Absolutely. Did it taste like I figured? Absolutely. Will I do it again? Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I probably will. Would I change it up a little bit? I don't know how. But yeah, I probably would try it. But, well, what do y'all think? Looks bueno.
That means good.
Okay. Oh, burn. Yeah. Yeah, he burned me on that one. He didn't like mine. It's all right. Didn't have to be a winner.
Yeah, it doesn't seem unusual at all for this channel.
You know, Charlie, that's why I try to do things, man.
But yeah, if I was to tell you guys to try my soy sauce ramen.
I have tried that.
I put soy sauce in my ramen.
Oh, no. Soy sauce, ranch, hot sauce.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And on top of the soy sauce ramen packet.
Don't forget the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
You guys will be
But I do.
dusting the people sitting next to you.
Good possibility.
Just wait for the drive up to the stadium.
Yeah. But you know, Charlie, that's what I try to do, is a little something out of the box. So if you don't find us entertaining, then at least maybe we'll...
No, that was from Jay Badger.
Oh, sorry, Honey Badger.
Charlie just said it sounds like a salt bomb.
Ooh. Yeah, her ramen stuff. Yeah.
I bet you get you 2 small pancakes, make you a sandwich with this stuff in the middle, and put syrup on it. It might cover up some of the strange flavor.
I mean, really, the only strange flavors though, you get a lot of the chili.
Right. I think that, and that's, and when I say strange, I don't mean bad. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, none of this is bad. It's just a strange combination. And whenever you're not used to something like this, it just tastes different.
I think it's good. I'll probably make it again.
Yeah,
Probably.
you got to use up the rest of your chili.
Yeah, so I might be making that tomorrow. Depending on how they do today. But no, that's pretty darn good.
What's your prediction for the game tonight?
Well, if Dalton comes out like he did, Houday Nation is going to be in trouble.
I don't think I ever want to hear the words Kuda Nation that fast come out of your mouth that confident.
Yep. If Dalton comes out like he did last week, they're going to be in trouble. Our defense needs to step up. That's where we were lacking last week. Kind of relying on our offense where we're 3 and out. We're done. If they're double teaming Chase, we're going to have a hard time. But if they single coverage him, I think he could have a killer game.
With your weaker defense and our weaker offensive line, it's going to probably cancel each other out today. I think the only reason Dalton had such a great week last week, our O-line's the same. It didn't change, but
right.
he's such a bigger person, taller, stronger than Bryce is. He was able to make stuff happen and happen faster.
Well, and he has more experience.
Yes.
A lot more experience. Bryce, my humble opinion, was not that good in Alabama. When he was in Alabama, what made him look good was the O-line. The O-line gave him all that time to where he could hunt, peck, and choose where he was going.
Right.
So that's my humble opinion. But as far as the outcome, I think the Bengals win by field goal. I think it'll come down to field goals.
I think Panthers by 10.
Whoa! All right.
A touchdown and a field goal.
All right. So do we want to put the winner cooks next week?
It's your house. You can cook every week.
Shoot.
I think the loser needs to do something next week.
I have the perfect idea. You have to smell the atomic salts.
So the loser will cook something in the winning colors. So if we do pancakes and the Bengals win, you got to do orange and black. If the Panthers win, then I have to do them in blue and black. Blue and black.
Okay.
How's that?
That's kind of lame.
Well, what else you got?
I don't know. You gotta do something good.
I mean, I normally wear jammies, so wearing something funny is not.
You have.
Listen, we have to do the show dressed like a girl.
Yes. Yes. That would be iconic. You could wear moo-moos.
Wear what?
Moo-moos.
What is a moo-moo?
Like Billy.
Costume?
No, you remember Nell Carter?
The like nightgowns.
Nell Carter. Give me a break. That TV show, Give Me a Break.
Yeah, where she sucked the vacuum in the fish tank. What she wore all the time. It's just a big dress.
Oh, okay.
But it has pockets.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I don't need pockets.
All right. Well, happy to meet you. How are you doing today? Yep, we're hoping to have fun. It's already looking decent. So, all right. Well, let's get out of here,
Dad,
Cup.
I really want the Bengals to lose now, so you can wear a moo-moo.
Yeah, maybe a toga.
I don't know what that is. Is that just a sheet?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Absolutely not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just like they used to wear in the Greco-Roman days.
Yep. All right. Well, let's get out of here. We got to get cleaned up and then get out of here.
Yeah, and I got to go make room in the car for you to sit down.
Oh.
Got all my work parts and stuff right away.
Yep. So we got to clean up and get out of here, and then we're off to the stadium. Hopefully, you guys see us. We'll be up in the top nosebleed section, I think.
Yeah.
So
we're up in the 500s.
So we'll see you guys there. Y'all have a great week, and remember, there's 2 rules in cooking. Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on. Y'all are awesome. Have a great week,
Have a great
everybody.
week, guys.
Get out there and try it.